Right, so the first card you've got for your past is this Knight of Pentacles. So this is all waiting. Actually, what I've got here, I'm just looking over this whole spread. And what I'm getting here in my head is I'm getting sunrise. Sunrise. It feels like new beginnings, actually. A fresh start for you. And, you've got this really stressful card right in the middle. But, the Ten of Swords there. But even on that, there's a sunrise coming up behind this man. So, at the moment, it feels very tired around you. I'm getting lots and lots of tiredness. I'm getting a little bit of tension. I'm getting all that kind of thing. But it feels like you're starting to get your energy back. And if you haven't yet, you will soon. So that's a guarantee. The sun's coming up for you. And even on this card, the Knight of Pentacles, it's very golden, very light. There's lots of golden cards down the bottom there as well. So the sun's going to start to come back up for you. Your energy is going to start to pick up if that's you, if you're tired. It feels like it's been quite a difficult year for you, actually. And, it's been hard for a lot of people, I know that. But I think for you, it's been particularly hard. I'm seeing hardships. I'm actually seeing, okay, I'm getting something really specific for someone. So I just feel as if I have to say this for someone. It's not going to be for everyone, but I want to say this. I'm getting, it sounds horrible, but I'm really getting this in my head. I shouldn't be here. Now, if you feel like you shouldn't be here, you should be here. That's the first thing I have to say to you. I don't know if you've been through an illness, maybe an accident. It feels like a near miss. It feels like something you've been through. I'm getting survivor. You're definitely a survivor if that's you. You've survived something. And that's what I'm getting for someone. You've survived something. And I think maybe that's why I'm picking up on all this tiredness here, because I'm getting a long recovery time for someone. So, but yeah, you're here. You're supposed to be here. I feel as if I have to say that for someone. You are supposed to be here. The other thing I'm saying for you is, if that's you, you're being watched over and you're being protected. You've been protected so far, and you're going to be protected going on. And yeah, I have to say this as well. There's no fear. Don't fear. You've been through the worst now. If there's something you want to do, like if there's an ambition or something like that, it feels like you want to do something, but you're a little bit fearful, you're a little bit afraid. There's a bit of procrastination, but it's not just procrastination. It feels like fear. It really feels like fear. And, just know, firstly, you've been through the worst. You've come out of the other side, and you're here for a reason. And the other thing is, you're protected. And I really need to say this to someone, because it feels like someone's wasting time. They're scared. They're scared about doing something. I'm seeing that really clearly for someone. So if that's you, really start working on this now. Just take one step today, another one tomorrow. Just keep going and you'll get there. You really will get there. And as a Pisces, you're very flexible. You're inventive. You can ride any wave that comes ahead of you. There's nothing to fear, absolutely nothing to fear. So go ahead with what you want to do. I'm just literally seeing this little fish swimming in the water, and all these waves are coming towards you, and fish just swim with all the waves, and that's you. So go ahead with what you want to do. It's time to do this right now. I really, really hope the right person hears that, because it's like you're waiting to start on something and you're a little bit afraid. And the worst, you've been through the worst. There's nothing worse in front of you now. That's what I want to say to you, if that's you. And with this Knight of Pentacles, again, I'm seeing this here again. With this thing you want to start, if that's you, I don't think your intention's to make money. Or if it is, it's not the main intention. It's kind of like, money would be good with this thing, but it's a byproduct. This is something you love. But if you make money, that'll be amazing and an extra bonus for you. But what I want to tell you is, if you do this thing, there's money in this thing. So it's some kind of work-related thing or something like that. It might not feel like work to you, actually, because it's something you want to do. You really want to do. But there is money in this for you, if that's you. But if you look at this knight, obviously he's holding the coin, so there's money here. But he's not moving forward. He's just standing there. So it's time for you to start now. That's what this is telling you. It's time to move forward. Don't be like this knight. Don't just stand there. Move into this Wheel of Fortune. There's a Wheel of Fortune right next to this knight, or it's right in front of him. And he wants to move into this Wheel of Fortune. He wants to move forward. He knows his fortune is in front of him, literally. But he's not moving. He's not moving. So move ahead. Get the wheel moving. Get the wheel started. Get the wheel turning. And at the end of this is money. At the end of this is what you want to do. And at the end of this as well, you know, if you focused on this thing you've been through, and you've been through a horrible thing, whatever it is, it's going to stop you focusing on that. It's going to stop you dwelling on that. It's going to put your focus into this new thing, and it's going to make you kind of preoccupied with that. And I think that's kind of what you need right now, if that's you, if that's resonating with you. And yeah, please don't fear. Please don't fear. You've been through something really terrible. I can see that, if that's you. But you are here for a reason. And if you want to do something, please go and do that thing. So that's for you, if that's you. That's for you, if that's you. That makes no sense. Okay, right. So yeah, I'm getting this tiredness. I keep on getting tiredness here. I keep on feeling that tiredness, seeing that tiredness. And okay, this is what I'm getting for someone. I've been waiting. I've waited. I've been so patient with you. So this is about someone you've been around. You've been so patient with someone. You've waited for them. You've waited. You've got waiting in this card with the Knight of Pentacles. You've got waiting in the Seven of Pentacles here as well. He's waiting. He's looking for growth. So you were with someone. I'm getting a love connection here. You were with someone. You were waiting for growth with them. You're waiting for this to progress. You're waiting for things to move forward. And they weren't doing that. That's what I'm getting. Very, very frustrating situation. And that's probably why you're so tired, because you waited for this. And I think you still think about them. But yeah, they kept you waiting. And you fought for this. This is what I'm getting as well. You fought for this. You really, really wanted this to work. You really did. And again, you've got the Ten of Swords right in the middle here. And that's about fighting. It's about fighting to the death, actually. Look at this poor man here. So, you know, just you're putting so much into this. You're putting so much into this person, and I just think you couldn't keep on doing that. Because if you kept on doing that, putting 100% in when they were putting like nothing in or very little in, it'll never work if that's what you're doing, and you end up like this poor man here in the Ten of Swords, just lying there. So, yeah, I'm literally getting this. I'm getting this. I can't fight for this anymore. I can't be the only one fighting. I'm on my own doing this. So, yeah, I think you've walked away now. But there's still a lot of heaviness around you. There's this tiredness I keep on getting. Heaviness, tiredness, heaviness in your heart. Yeah, heaviness in your heart. But, you know, just know this. The sun's starting to rise for you. The sun's starting to rise. So you're starting to look forward. You're starting to look forward to better things now. You're at least thinking about this thing that you want to do, if that's you. You might not be taking action, but you're thinking now. You're not putting so much energy into this person. You're kind of moving out of that now. And yeah, I think you've still got a lot to work through, because there's still this tiredness, that heaviness there. And with that moon card that's down the bottom here, if you look down the bottom, you've got this moon card. And, you know, that's about emotions. It's about trying to deal with your emotions, trying to get through things. So you will get there. You will get there. You know, there's a lobster right at the bottom. I've moved it up so you can see. There's a lobster right at the bottom. And, you know, he's moving up. So you are going to move up. You are going to move up out of this. And again, I want to tell you this again. You've been through the worst. You've been through the worst. Okay, I'm getting a warning here. I know I've just said you've been through the worst, but there's something coming up for you, and I have to say this for you. I'm getting words here. So yeah, I'm getting a text message. It might be something on social media. It's something you're going to read. It's something that's coming in for you. And it's about this ex. Yeah, it's about this ex-love connection. Yeah, there's some information about them coming in. Yeah, something's going to be revealed about them. That's what I'm seeing. So if you haven't already seen this thing, whatever this is, you might have seen it already. But if you haven't, just be prepared for this to come in. Just make sure your energy is protected. because you don't want this to bring you back down again. Because if you look at this card again, there's this lobster right down the bottom of this card, and he's already come out of the worst. He's come out of this really dark water here. So I don't want this to set you all the way back again when you see this message or this thing or whatever this is. It might not come directly from them, but it's something, it's words or something like that. Again, you might have already seen this. I hope you're already over this, because when this comes in, it might knock you backwards again. So hopefully you have already seen whatever this is. But it's actually good that you're seeing this now, or it's good that you're not seeing, or you didn't see this when you're with them, actually, because I don't think you would have believed this when you're with them, because you were so wrapped up in getting them to be on the same page as you, trying to get this to work. You put so much energy into that if you had have seen whatever this is, you probably would have put it aside, or you might not have believed it. But now you're at this stage where, yes, I can see what this is now. I can look at this and I'm going to really take this on board. So, I'm just looking at these two watchtowers in this card here. And, if you're up on top of a watchtower, you can look down and you can see everything now. And so that's where you are now. You can look back on this relationship and you can see what's happened. There were a lot of signs that you didn't see when you're in this, but now that you can look back, you can see all those signs. And now that this is coming in, you'll be aware that, yes, I can take this on board now. Yes, I can believe this now. I know this to be true now. So yeah, again, just prepare for this to come in if it hasn't already. Make sure you've got other things to focus on. And again, maybe this is why I'm really getting this very clear message for you to focus on this new thing that you want to do, so that your kind of mind's on that. And you meditate, do whatever you can to really protect this energy, not to let yourself go backwards again, because I really want you to keep on moving forward. The sun rises here. It's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to move out of this old energy. And I know it's going to take time for you to move out of this emotionally, energetically. It's when someone's really, when you've been so involved and so heavily involved and so heavily involved in trying to make something work, it's really hard to make that shift from focusing on that to, moving out of that. So it is going to take time, but protect your energy from this coming in. Protect that. I just want to say this, you do feel a bit vulnerable to me right now. So, it might be that it's a bit raw, might be that you've just come out of this. So, I just feel as if I want to protect you. So, protect your energy. And you are going to get through this. And again, you've been through the worst. Just keep that on your mind if this comes in and you're kind of set back by seeing this. Just say to yourself, I've been through the worst. I've been through the worst. So I've been through the worst. The best is yet to come. This is not going to set me back. So hopefully that makes sense to someone. And I really, really want to say this before I go on. I'm stumbling my words. I'm getting a little bit muddled up. So hopefully this is making sense to you. I just hope it is. Because sometimes I talk on and then I think, does that make sense? So hopefully it is. Right, so the first card you've got for your present is this Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, look at this. Look at the top of this wheel. There's a Sphinx up the top there. And he's got a sword. He's carrying this sword, so he's protecting himself. And on the left of this, it's really interesting, actually. You've got the Knight of Pentacles. So, yeah, their energy's coming back in some way. So it might be with this message, these words, whatever this is, might be another way as well. It might be both. It might be that this message comes in and they come back in later and to talk to you. But protect yourself. That's what this is telling you. Yeah, it might be two different things coming in. It might be a message and then later on they might come and talk to you. Because if you look at this wheel, you've got this snake coming around and you've got a jackal coming around as well. So that's two different energies coming in. And again, up the top, the Sphinx is protecting himself from these two energies. So it might be that. So watch out for that if that's you. Again, I don't want to alarm you. I don't want to stress you. And I'm really worried about that because I know you're quite vulnerable and you've been through a lot. So I don't want you to be like, oh no, all this is happening. But if I'm seeing that, I have to warn you. Because I think if you're not warned, you'll be even more shocked and surprised when this happens. So I really have to warn you. It's really hard because I don't want to make you upset because I know you're quite vulnerable if that's you. But yeah, things are starting to change. You can see that. You probably don't feel like that right now if you're still in this old energy. But yeah, there's a new road opening up for you. It's opening up in front of you. I'm surprised the Ace of Pentacles isn't here actually. But yeah, again, you've been through the worst. You've been through the Ten of Swords that's right here in the middle, and the sun's starting to rise again. And yeah, look at the sequence here. You've got the Ten of Swords in the middle, and then you've got the Wheel of Fortune above that. So the sun's literally rising up into this wheel. So when it rises up, the wheel's turning forward. So you're on a forward path now. And there's definitely, there's money on this path. I can't stop saying that. There's money on this path. So it's a work path or it's an inventive path. Probably with you as a Pisces, it's something inventive or interesting or something like that. But I'm seeing this for someone here. There might be something you've applied for. And because I keep on getting writing and words, it's all through this reading. It's everywhere here. So some kind of research, writing, learning, might be academic research. Again, it's not like you to do this because you're very creative, but I'm getting this for someone, so I have to say this. Something to do with research, words, writing. That's where your future is, whatever that is. So yeah, that's the key. That's the key to this new path. It's the key to money. I keep on getting that. Now, it's slow money. It's like it's money you're going to accumulate over time if you go on this path. So it might be that you start a job and then it's very stable, and then you slowly build up that money. It might be something like that. I don't know, but yeah, all these money cards you've got here, they're very slow money cards. You've got these two waiting cards. You've got the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. And then you've got the Ten of Pentacles on the right here, and that can be about slowly saving up money for your future, saving up for a family, things like that. So the fact that there's a slow money coming in, don't let that put you off, because it's the right thing to happen. Slow money is good for you. It's a stable path. It's a slow. I'm trying to I'm trying to say slow and stable. I'm saying stable. It's a slow and stable path for you. So it's the right path for you. And yeah, you've had a lot of instability in your life, especially this year. You've had this year miss, if that's you. You've had problems and things like that. You don't want instability. You want slow and stable. That's what you want. So if you've applied for something, or you're studying something, or you down some kind of path of research or some kind of paper or bookwork, it's something like that. Or if you're writing something, even if you're writing a book, might be that because you're very creative. Keep on going down that road, and it'll lead you to the right place. It'll lead you to money. It'll lead you to what you want to do, and it'll lead you to a lot of satisfaction. And also, again, you need to focus on this. You need to focus on this. And you don't want to be distracted by this other person that's coming back in, because they're coming back in. I'm getting two things again: a message coming in, writing, words, a text, something like that. And I think they are probably going to come back in and talk to you as well. So I'm seeing two things that might happen. And yeah, focus on this so that you're not set back. I know I'm repeating myself. Yeah, there's no turning back. There's no turning back. This wheel's turning forwards. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm getting this very clearly now. I think they are going to come and contact you at some time. But it's not going to be for a while, because they're coming up as this Knight of Pentacles. That's the slow knight. But yeah, when they come in, I don't think you'll be interested. I really don't. That's what I'm getting. Because you spent so much time trying to get their interest, trying to get them onto the same page as you. And you fought to the death for this, with this Ten of Swords, and it was exhausting for you. So you've been through so much with this that when they come back, it's like, no, I'm exhausted. I've been through that. I'm not going through that ever again. And this is what I'm getting. It feels like you're ignored when you're with them, because you're trying to break through to them. You're trying and trying and trying. And so this is what I'm getting when they come back. You might not say this to them, you probably won't, but it's like, you ignored me. You ignored me. I tried with you. I really tried. And I was ignored. So now I'm going to ignore you. So it might not be that you're literally ignoring them, but you are going to turn your back on them now. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's their turn for you to turn your back on them. So yeah, you're not spiteful. You're not like that at all. But you've been through so much with them, and in your life as well. You've been through so much in your life, especially this year, that you're making a big change here. This is this big shift. This is the sunrise. So yeah, from now on, this is what I'm getting with you. From now on, I'm only putting in the effort that you're putting in. And that's not with this person. It's with everyone. Doesn't matter whether it's in love, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's family. If someone's only putting a little bit in, that's all you're putting in. If someone's putting none in, that's what you're putting in. And this wheel's turning into a stable future for you money-wise. It absolutely is. But it's also turning into a new attitude for you. I'm getting that really clearly here. Yeah, this is really good. I know it sounds quite negative, all this, but it's actually turning in the right direction for you, because you needed to go through that to give you this new attitude. Yeah, this is a new you. This is a new you. Yeah, you're not going to be like that Ten of Swords ever again. Ever again. Whether they're around your energy, whether they come back in, whether you get this message, whatever happens, you're moving forwards now. You're not going through that ever again. So that's what I'm getting very, very clearly for you. And yeah, you've got the Two of Wands here. It's really interesting, actually, because if you look at this man, he's looking forwards, he's looking into the future, but he's still got this wand behind him. So, they're still in your energy. They're still behind you. But that's the difference now. They're not in front of you. They're not next to you. They're not bothering you. They're behind you. So yeah, it's going to take some time for them to completely go away and leave your energy, because you're still going to have memories of them and thoughts of them. But the big shift here is that they're behind you now, like this wand's behind this man. So this is really, really good. Again, I'm stumbling with this. I don't know if this is making sense. I've got this cold, so hopefully it's making sense to someone here. And I won't apologise, because I've had people say, oh, you apologise too much. Right, so I'm going to move right on to the future, the Ace of Swords. So, again, swords could be writing. So I keep on seeing this writing thing, this learning thing, whatever this is. This is a fresh start for you. This is where you need to focus. Yeah, if you're applying for something, because I'm seeing studying or something like that for someone. So if you're applying to do something, academic research, I keep on getting academy, school, things like that. If that's you, if you're waiting, if you put an application in and you're waiting or something like that, there is going to be a delay. I'm seeing a delay here. I'm seeing it taking a little bit longer than you were real or you were wanting it to take. It's going to take a little bit longer. There's some kind of hold up. I'm not sure what that is. Might be the situation in the world right now. Sometimes that holds things up. It's holding a lot of things up, actually. But and yeah, you've got the Three of Wands down there. That's for waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for something to come in for you. And ships, waiting for ships, they can be about waiting for commerce to come in, and there's money at the end of this. So I think that's related to that. So you're going to get an answer, and I think you're going to get an answer soon. Yeah, I'm seeing a positive answer coming in, because you've got lots of positive things here. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, and I'm seeing you doing this everywhere. So it is going to come in, and it is a positive answer for you. I'm getting that really clearly for you.